We're not doing any favors to the hairdressing industry.
So here we are, ready to knit. We are all just talking about how we are working at empowering ourselves.
Yes, actually, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I have decided not to dye my hair anymore. I decided that during COVID, and I am totally happy with it. I actually didn't realize there was so much dark left in it. I thought it was much grayer than what it was.
Yeah,
And three of us came to the same conclusion, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
and I just can't get over how beautiful, like, the texture of my hair is. It's so silky, and
Yeah,
I think I'd forgotten that from all the years of
Of dyeing.
dyeing my
Using
hair.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Product,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really happy with that choice.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was our conversation before we actually got into the knitting. So welcome to our knit along this morning. Good morning, Lorna. You're faithfully here all the time, and that's just terrific. We like that. So I am still working on my previous section because I'm a slowpoke, and I've been knitting on other things, and I keep playing around with the total pattern. So,
Yeah.
just
And you're allowed.
I am allowed knit it enough times to play. And I'm having fun. Now, I have invited Keri Fell to be on our podcast this morning around 10:30. And I am trying to find out where on here I let you into the studio, Keri. So if you're watching, I'm totally have not found what button I click. Oh wait, I think I have. So I'm gonna so bear with me if I mess up a bit trying to get Keri to join us. We're gonna try for about 10:30. Keri's gonna talk a little bit about her art and her weaving and her dyeing. She's an amazing fiber artist and
Thank you
artist.
so much.
So that's just great. So
Good.
Keri, I think I found out how I share my screen with you. I see you're on, so that's good.
This
And
is
I just have
Cindy T or Negrita T?
There we go.
There we go.
Why, thank you, Marie, very much.
We're so lucky Marie looks after us.
We are.
Yeah.
So you're
No one's
Can you,
certain terms.
Marie, could you refill my tea? Just heat it up a bit there. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks after us pretty good.
He does.
Yeah.
You guys should see how beautiful the studio is now.
I did a big rearrangement this
It
weekend.
looks amazing.
Yeah. I just feel like it's just filled with really good, positive energy
yes.
right now.
Look at the poster of the goddesses.
I know. I put it up finally.
That's so beautiful.
Mhm.
Oh, I love it.
Do I just need one stitch marker in this section?
Yes.
Yes, it's just one that I continuously
It moves around.
Yes.
I've got my special one here that Cindy made. I have to show you guys.
Okay. Which one is it?
This is my favorite one, and I brought it specifically.
Hold it to the camera over there.
Okay.
Oh, you got one of the elephants.
I did.
Okay.
He's a bear. I got the bear.
Oh, it's a polar bear.
Yeah.
That's right.
I will. And
Would
you guys
you hold
can.
it
You guys
You gotta
can.
hold it to that camera. Yeah.
So tell me when I'm getting close.
Ooh.
There you go.
You're getting. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There he is.
Beautiful.
Aha, Keri's just wishing she had one of Murray's coffees. She was.
Oh, they
Yeah,
are
we
really
haven't-
good.
We haven't quite figured out teleportation yet.
No, we're working on it.
Haven't you ever wanted to just get beamed up somewhere else?
Oh,
sometimes?
think about it. All of these people we could show them around, and we could beam up some yarn.
Oh, that's it.
That would be yarn heaven.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the best? It would.
be
Even better
so
than
much
moving
fun.
ourselves. Ooh, I love that color.
Yeah, I could do really
Beam me up,
speedy
Cindy.
delivery
Oh
service.
yes.
Beam me up, Cindy.
There you go.
Thank you,
Thank
Murray.
you very much.
Okay, I have a question here from Lorna. So I will read that and see how I can help you, Lorna. In section 2.
Peggy, do you need any yarn wound?
Okay.
Yes, actually, my bag is right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
All three of these skeins?
Yes, please.
Can you pass me the pattern there, Peggy?
I
The
can.
pattern, just so I can
Yes.
take a look at it.
There you go.
Ah. Agnes likes stitch markers. She says, please be still my heart. I lose mine all the time.
I'm a big stitch marker person too. The yarn is awesome, but the stitch markers make me googly.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so in section 5 at the end of row 24, it says first repeat completed. Yes.
Which is confusing.
I don't see where this gets repeated again, does it? I'm thinking you go to row 25, 36, and then section 5 is completed. Yes, you are right.
Yes.
You just keep going on.
Yeah. Is it because the waves are now going back to the original direction?
Yeah, they switch back and forth.
Yes.
Yes. And I think it's 3 repeats
And
on there. So it goes one way, the other way, and then the other way.
Yeah. And so you're going back to this slip knit
Yes.
now as
Yes.
opposed to knit 2 together.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So it has that 3, so it sort of goes zigzaggy.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's right. Hope that helps you out, Lorna. Yes, I'm glad you're not teaching today too, so you can join in. We like that. I just want to say a big thank you to all the people that have faithfully joined us every week. It's been really good. And we're actually really enjoying this.
Absolutely.
It's our Wednesday morning fun.
Yep, for certain. I look forward
Oh,
to
and
it
look
all
who's
week.
here. Lulu's right here. She likes to get in the video.
She's one of the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just seems to think this is her place.
Very good.
Okay, so now she's on section 7, row 9. Okay, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow, you're just about at the end, Lorna. Or Peggy. Peggy's just about at the end. Section 7, row 9. Huh,
Wow.
that's good. Oh.
Just starting section 5 here.
Oh, and Amanda's here today. Amanda Pedro. Hi. Good morning, Amanda. Are you working in your studio this morning, Amanda? So, Peggy's, there was a change, making sure that it is accurate. There was a change. Okay, row 9. It should be good, Peggy, as far as I can tell. Just let me know. Ask me if something's not working for you.
You had mentioned that there was something that got changed in the lace section. Am I getting to that?
Not yet. Isn't that the second last part?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the chaos part.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one with the really nice yarn.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm still good for 2 sections at least then.
Amanda says she's going to get into her studio, but she's waiting for her muffins to finish cooking.
Ooh.
She said she doesn't have much hope with all the substitutions she made in the recipe. So we've all done that.
Definitely.
All that, yeah.
Can you show me a close-up of section 7? Yes, I can. Can you pass me one of the shawls, not the top one, the middle or the...
Can we bring the camera right close?
No,
No.
I'll just, first I'll find section 7. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. So it is on the diagonal. your idea was best, Marie. He's going to hold it up in front of there and give you a close-up of section 7. So it should be looking like it's on the diagonal all the time across.
Can you see it on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really
if you
good.
could maybe try and hold it so it's not on an angle towards the camera, so it's straighter. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, move it a little bit closer. A little bit closer. So there's
Yeah, there you go. You
Yeah.
can start seeing the pattern coming through now.
okay. Does that help, Peggy? I see you said thanks, so hopefully that helps you. Great.
So I have another camera. It's a Handycam. We got a right cord for it.
Oh, great.
Goes into the computer, but the computer doesn't recognize an old camera like that.
Oh.
I can actually go live, like you can shoot and put it on the TV and that, but you can't record into. So
Oh, well.
I'm going to ask for further technical advice.
Uh-huh.
Marie figures it could go into like a Nintendo Switch or something, and then
Okay.
go from there into the
An Xbox.
an
it's all in.
Xbox or
Yeah.
So
That's a
if
good
anybody
idea.
has an old one of those kicking around, we don't have anything like that because
Yeah.
we've never done anything. And I know my daughter-in-law has an old one because they gave it to us to use while we were staying back there to run something through.
Okay.
So I might have to find send that out to me.
So Miranda.
Miranda,
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Care package.
Okay, so as far as I know, everything is fine in row 9. It should be okay. The pattern does move around a little bit because what it's doing is helping you keep the right number of stitches, or keep the right number of stitches at the front of the pattern for when you have to change and start your repeats again, because you're increasing at the front and decreasing at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So the pattern may look like may not look like it's not correct all the time, but what's happening is because it's changing, because that repeat is changing, you still have to work on the front and the end to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had any problem with section 9 when I've knit it. It's went okay.
It's one of those you have to have faith and follow
Yes,
the instructions.
it is one of those.
Oh.
I'm doing one
dear.
right now with a friend. I'm doing a virtual knit along with a friend in Alberta. She wanted to learn how to knit toe-up socks, so we've been doing that, and she actually got her first sock done. And that's been a little challenging, trying to hold stuff up to the camera and
For certain.
show everything, but it's
That's
working.
amazing.
Oh, very good.
But she had volunteered to knit a poncho for a child. It's a Mary Maxim poncho kit, and so this person had bought her the kit, and then she realized that there was a lot of stuff in there that she didn't know how to do, because it started off on row 7 for her with short rows.
Oh.
And she's like, what are short rows? So anyway, we started doing this Saturday night? Yeah, Saturday night. So it's been challenging for me and her to actually get a time frame that works for both of us. So it's usually 7 or 8 o'clock at night for me to start, and that's mid-afternoon for her. And then we end up going till 9 or 10. So it's like, oh my God.
Goodness.
I know. But we've had a lot of fun, and it's been great to chat with her and connect with her and stuff. But
It's really nice,
But-
actually.
so it started off with short rows, and
That's
I'm
crazy.
looking at it and I'm going, oh my gosh. And the pattern did not make sense to me until I had got into about 4 of the short rows. And then I could see what they were doing. I read it, and I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? And then I read, okay, so we do her. And poor Shannon, she kept saying, but we didn't knit to the end of the row. But we didn't knit to the end of the row. And I'm saying, don't worry, it's going to work out. I said, we're adding length or some length at the front of the poncho because otherwise it's going to pull up at the front when people wear it, right?
Right.
So we're adding some length at the front. So it starts off with the first, so we did about 4 short rows and then it started with cables. In the short rows.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah. So,
Shannon is going to be an expert knitter when she gets this poncho done.
So anyways, we did this and we got it going and we're doing it like via Facebook Messenger, Facebook Live, back and forth on this. So I decided I would knit a small one because I thought I'm going to have to do this row by row with her.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to talk her through it. I'm going to have to be able to demo it when time comes. So my sister has a granddaughter that's 4, and so I'm knitting the age 5, 6 size in a pink that I'm going to send out to Lily after that.
How nice.
She'll get a little poncho. So.
Oh, good.
So, but it's been a little challenging.
That's definitely, the short rows are definitely one of those. Okay, don't think.
Just
do
follow
what it
the
says.
pattern.
And then call Cindy. Or call Cindy, then do what it says.
Well,
yes, you may need support. Yeah.
You just have to trust that it's going to work.
Yeah, it's the same the first time I made heels.
Yeah.
And it tells you to get midway through that row and turn. No, turn? No. No. But it works.
It works,
It's disconcerting though.
So it's having faith that it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my challenge.
Yeah.
But it's going good. And good morning, Kathy. I see you've joined in. That's awesome. So I should ask Kathy, are you knitting your sock? She'll say no.
Hey, you going to read our colors too?
Oh, yes, please.
I'll
Yes,
do
yes.
that right now.
That would be really good.
Okay, so we are on September, October, right?
Crazy.
So with it's all about the chaos. September is learning is different now. We are all learning in new and different ways. Online classrooms, distance learning, Zoom meetings, online creativity classes are exploding all over the internet. Virtual classrooms are the norm. We are lifelong learners in this new learning environment. And then October, missing travel. Travel looks a lot different now. Airports are quiet and flights have slowed down all over the world. Public transit is less crowded. Everyone wears a mask and carries hand sanitizer. But we still dream of the day we can just go. We want to plan a vacation, visit with family and friends. The travel thing has been challenging.
It certainly has.
Especially when your family is spread out all over. So now for the Finding Tranquility. September is harvest. What will we harvest this year? We will harvest tranquility in ways we never expected.
Oh.
We will learn to value the hidden gems of contentment and tranquility when they enter our lives.
Oh.
It may just be a fleeting moment, but they will never be taken for granted again.
That's it.
And you're working on that right now.
I didn't read the card. It's perfect for this color, though.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
It's beautiful. I didn't think of that. Wow.
And October is thankfulness. All the way through this journey, we try to stay thankful. Some days are easier than others. When we keep thankfulness and gratitude in our bruised hearts, we will start to heal. That opens the door for tranquility to enter. So, 2 more things to think about.
Where's your tranquility color? I'd like to see that.
The tranquility,
Yeah, because right now I'm working just
the thankfulness.
the
The thankfulness is a brown color, really pretty brown.
Ooh.
Brown color.
and I'm not there yet.
Oh, that
But
is
look at that.
lovely. It's got the gold in it, and that's very beautiful.
Okay.
I love it.
We got another question here. My question is section 3.
Thank you very much, Mary.
You're welcome.
You saw that I brought some cranberry orange
Okay.
cake for our snack.
So Agnes, sometimes
Thank you.
it depends on your tension and everything with the rows. If you run out of yarn, especially on section 3, we just stop it wherever it stops. So, I mean, if you look at section 3, it's okay if you have a little bit shorter section. It doesn't really matter. We really tried hard to make it work so that you didn't have a lot of yarn left over, and it really does depend on your tension and how
Size
you
of your
get.
needles.
And yeah, if you're knitting with the right size of needles. But one of the beautiful things about this pattern is if you run out, it's okay. I've been using scraps and I keep running out everywhere, and I just start with a different color. So you can just stop the pattern and start with the next section, or you can finish off the pattern with the next color and continue on. It's really up to you. But I'll show you what I've done on mine, because I am not paying attention to pattern at all. I have done a whole bunch of different colors, and I have just played around with color. I made the section 3 shorter in mine just because that's what I was working with. So one of the goals was making this a really flexible pattern, and so that you wouldn't have a whole bunch of yarn left over.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking about that. Had I known that, I probably would have kept knitting until I had used all the yarn for that particular section.
Yeah,
But that's okay. I don't mind having a little nubbies.
Yeah.
I have a plan.
you do.
Why don't you tell them your plan? It's a good one. Come on, share.
I'm
your
going
plan.
to use the nubbies and make Tranquility socks to match the shawl.
You know what I was thinking? Even if you don't have enough, if you picked a neutral color and worked them in with stripes, yeah, that would work too, right?
That's right, because I have some of this that I bought for something else.
Yeah, like
And I also have some of the
like pick a neutral and just
and just
it in.
yeah.
Work it in.
Have you ever done a fish lips kiss heel in a different color?
All the time.
Is there a trick?
No, you just start with a different color, but you have to make sure you start at the beginning of the sock, like you know how your round one goes first needle, second needle.
Yes.
You start at the beginning of the second needle,
Okay.
so that.
Do you add anything? So after you finish your heel, do you just right away go back into your main color, or do you add?
But it depends. Normally, I don't add.
Oh,
I just
good.
go
Excellent.
right back into my.
Because that
main
was
color.
the thing that was intimidating me. Was I thought if I have to knit more, I'm not sure how I would do that. But
Rory, can you hand me that sock right beside you, the one with the Christmas self-striping yarn? My goal right now is to not start any projects until I have all my 6 pairs of socks. I'd want to show it, Peggy. Done.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Because I have a whole bunch of 1 socks done for the sock club.
This one looks like candy.
So this one is my Christmas self-striping
Mary,
yarn.
do you have that pencil? Sorry, Cindy.
It's okay.
Thank you.
So do you see I did the toe?
Yes.
And I just started, and I did the sock, and now I've started on the,
Oh, and you're going to do the cuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was. Whoa.
oh, don't worry about that. I'm not too worried. I can fix that.
Okay. Okay, then that's kind of what I was thinking of doing.
And before I start the cuff, I always do 1 row of knitting with the color that I'm using, and then I start the cuff.
Okay.
Because I just don't like how the pearls look against a bright color. So if I do 1 row of knitting, then it just blends in.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Just
Thank
at
you.
the bottom. So, and that's just my personal preference. Everybody's.
These are very cute, but they do look like candy. They look like
Well, they're
Christmas
supposed
candy.
to look like Christmas candy. Yeah.
They do. Yum. So nice. Very good. Thank you, because I'm
Okay.
working on. Yes, I'm playing with my aurora borealis.
Good. So there's the Christmas socks.
Don't drink Cindy's tea.
You want
I
to reach
have my
ahead,
own.
babe.
Yes, I almost
Okay.
went for it. Yes.
So I'm going to bring Keri in. I'm going to try to bring Keri in right now so we can talk a little bit about her studio and what she does. So bear with me. I hit share, I think. Oh no, I don't hit share.
Invite guests.
I click share because I don't have a touch screen. Share screen. Share screen.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to give Greta her yarn.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Can I help at all?
Oh, here we go, Keri. I see you. No, I think.
I really like your medallion.
Thank you.
Share audio.
I dressed in spring stuff today
Share.
Oh, yes.
because it's so nice out.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful here.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you brought some sweet treat, some cake.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't I the lucky guy?
Orange cranberry loaf.
Orange
Keri,
and-
Keri, have you entered? You've entered the broadcast studio. I can see you. Oh wait, I think I know what I have to do. I have to do this.
Mm.
I'm getting it figured. I think. Okay.
Mm.
Yay! I'm getting it figured. Look at that! Yeah, it. Thanks. So I'd like to introduce Keri to everyone. She's a friend and a fellow fiber, and it's wonderful to have you here today. So, so I'd like to introduce Keri to everyone. She's
Oh, we
You have
got
to, the echo,
Murray's going to get rid of the echo.
because you were going
Oh,
to
sorry.
use headsets, eh? That way you don't have an echo or something.
But you know how to get rid of that, right?
And it gets into the
We found that the other time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Audio.
audio. Come on. Echo cancellation is on.
Yes. Oh.
Keri, you might have to put echo cancellation on your screen. We'll see.
I wouldn't know where to
It's-
find that.
Oh, I think we're good now.
Yeah.
It's good now.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to tell us about what you do as an artist?
I do too much, actually. I do everything from painting to dyeing to weaving. So I went to art college in Calgary where I majored in drawing, and then I switched over to textiles because I really liked all that yarny stuff that was happening over there. So that's where I learned to weave. And then since those days, I've also taken up painting, and so I sell my paintings in various places. And now I met these yarny people again when I moved to Nova Scotia, and so I'm back into weaving again. So I'm jumping between these things. Oh, and I learned how to dye recently as well.
That's great. Well, I know, Keri, you and I met at the Gaelic College at the Level 1 Weavers. I didn't progress forward, but you have progressed in that, haven't you?
No, I haven't actually. No,
You
I did.
didn't.
I did
the
other
Level
one,
1.
and I decided to take a little break and just weave. And so I've done that. I think I'm ready for level 2 now, and I'd like to take it if that ever happens.
Yeah. It was such a great week, though, that we had up there.
It was very intensive, wasn't it?
It was. I brought up all this stuff thinking I'd have free evenings, to do stuff. And no, we were in the classroom from 9 till 7 or 8 at night.
Wow.
And then we had homework. And then we had to get up and start all over again. My little plan was to stay at our cottage. And at the last minute, I decided to stay at the Gaelic College. And I was so happy I did, because I would have been adding on just about 2 hours of driving each way if I would have not stayed at the Gaelic College. So yeah,
we were dropping into bed at about 10 p.m. still with things to do. Yeah,
we were very fortunate to have our instructor. She was amazing. So
yes, Laura Fry.
Yeah.
She's
very well known.
Yes, she's an expert.
So do you have anything to show? Do you have anything to show us that you've been working on? Any new recent dyeing or weaving?
I have, I'm working on my rigid head loom while I talk to you and watch. So this is a project, wait a minute, we're on reverse. So this is a dyed warp that I put on. And it is going to be a V-cowl, which is similar to what I have hanging here. I have some of your yarn turned into V-cowls here.
I know you've done weaving with my yarn, so that's awesome.
It's
a V-cowl. Oh, see how they work? Oh. So you weave it, and then you weave the opposite end through. So it's
wow.
Aren't they beautiful?
All one big loop.
That's beautiful.
One giant loop. Wow. And I'm trying to line up with the camera here. There we go. So let's see if I can figure out how to. So I like this to cover. So many lady shirts have this cold neck area, and I like to have this little part that will cover that. So then you just take this and loop it once, and.
Oh, look at that! That's beautiful.
Wow.
Isn't that lovely?
Yep. Stunning.
Can you explain how you would weave your ends in to get that loop?
Yes, that took a lot of practice. See, it's not a mirror. I keep looking the wrong way. There we go. I did it wrong so many times, and I wove my piece to the loom a number of times. And I had to take my loom apart to get it off the loom. But basically, you just start weaving, and once you get to the line here, you take it off the loom, and you take the beginning around. So hard to explain. I have to tension it up again, add it back onto the loom, and then I take the beginning and weave it into the part that's already there on the loom. And actually, I have a video on YouTube that shows exactly how that's done. So if anybody wants to try that, I have a YouTube channel where I show what I'm doing in my studio, and this is my most watched video, the one where I show how to do this. So it's called a V-cowl.
the cowl.
And I have 2 ribbon petal looms, Peggy.
That's for another day, right?
That's for another day.
Oh,
We're both really interested in
Yeah.
that then.
Carrie has an
Our
excellent.
husbands are out knitting widowers.
Yes, they are.
Carrie has a really
Serves them
great
right.
YouTube channel, and if you're interested in weaving and dyeing and all those different things, she does a terrific job on her channel.
Wonderful.
Thank
We'll
you.
definitely look at that.
Is it under your name, Carol?
Yeah, I think
Is it
it's
under-
Keri Fell Artist. Yep.
Okay.
You
Good.
can go to my website and there's a link to it there. That's kerifell.com.
Okay.
I'm going to write that down.
Everybody's writing it down. That's great. Mhm. So what's new projects in the works for you, or what ideas are brewing right now for something new?
There's tons. So many to I have a partial warp wound for a St. Patrick's Day project. I have a stash of yarn from when I bought out a yarn store a number of years ago. And so I have been using all the white yarn and dyeing it. And I have 3 cones of very bright green that
Aha!
is not anything that I normally would use. So I'm going to over dye that, and with a resist technique, and I'm thinking that's going to be blankets. So that's in the lineup. And I'm looking at my book. I have a list of all the things I'm working on. I'd like to do some more tablet weaving. I have my tablet weaving sitting on a loom it's been on there since I moved here 3 years ago, and I really need to finish it up and get it off, and maybe put on another warp or 2 of that. It's on a warp weighted loom, and so it's kind of hanging there with tension on it for 3 years.
I really like tab weaving. It's one of my favorite types of weaving to do. It's whole turning of the cards and everything just makes so much sense to me. And
Yeah.
I did one of those ones a long time ago where you turn the cards and you're doing a portion of the cards forward and a portion of the cards backward. Have you done many like that?
Yes.
Keri?
Yep. Lots of
You
that.
really have to keep track. You really have to keep track.
It's very difficult to find your spot if you get lost in tablet weaving, because the way the threads twist, you can't just sort of try to find your shed and work backwards. Everything's being twisted as well as being yeah. I've been hopelessly lost a number of times.
Yes. It's a challenge.
Yeah. Yep, those ones are
do you do inkle weaving? Do you do inkle weaving too?
I haven't done that for a long time. I'm not really a fan of inkle looms. So I've done some inkle type weaving, but on a floor loom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's cool. So what paintings are you doing right now? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Are you showing us something?
No, paintings is fine. I have, I'm working on a series of landscapes. I was selling little tourist paintings, I call them, of Cape Breton when the cruise ships were coming. And I'd go down to the boardwalk and set up and sell paintings to the cruise ship passengers. I'm working on that again in hopes that one day that will happen again.
Yes, things have changed.
I have. It's kind of sad, but I will have lots. I'll be ready when they come back.
Very good.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's something weird here. I
Have
think
you?
I might need Cindy. Cindy, this was a slip. I have a yarn over and it's kind of gotten caught in the
Oh,
middle
yeah,
of my
yeah,
slip stitches
yeah.
and I can't get it out.
Just a second, Keri. I'm
Sorry,
trying to figure this
Keri.
out.
No problem.
Slip. Is this your slip stitches here?
Yeah.
Did you move them back over?
I did.
Okay.
I split my yarn and I tried to.
Okay, so that's okay, and then just slip.
There was a yarn over.
Yep.
Yeah. Beginner knitter video knitting.
There you go. You're fixed. I
Thank
just
you.
fixed you.
What did you do? Just put
I
it
just
back
put
to
it back,
normal?
yeah,
So
and
I can
just
do my
did it.
yarn
It's
over.
knitting
again.
magic. She did her knitting
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Do you knit much, Keri?
I
You do, don't you?
know how to knit.
No, wait. No, it doesn't look.
So, Keri, do you have a shop online?
I do. Yep.
Well, you,
That's that is also has a link on my website to that. So I have my dyed warps on there as well as my finished items.
Oh, very
Oh,
nice.
wait.
Okay.
You know what?
Oh,
I
good.
have to look at it
uh-huh.
in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Let me get to the end of the row. So,
There shouldn't be.
I missed that because I was helping Greta.
I'm so sorry.
I asked if she had a shop online.
Oh, she has. Do you have an online? You have
I
a
do.
website, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you just go to kerifell.com, there's links to the shop on there.
That's
And I have
perfect.
some of my warps on there. These are some of them here. These are ready to be put on the loom. They're chained warps.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's a great idea, doing some warps for sale.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a really good idea. Mhm. So what's your favorite type of weaving that you do? Do you have a favorite? Do you like overshot, or do you like, what speaks to you when you get on the loom? The colors go together, or?
Yeah, I go through phases. So I'll do one thing and nothing but that thing for a few months. And then I get tired of it and I try a new structure or a new concept. Right now, I can't get too crazy with the structure because I only have 4 harnesses. I don't have 8 or more, which I would love to have. So I'm using color to add complexity when combined with the structure. Right now, I've been going crazy with huck lace.
Oh, okay.
I sell my work up at Arts North on the Cabot Trail.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been producing huck lace is a quick weave. So I've been producing a lot of items for that with dyed warps and the huck lace structure. This is one of them behind me here.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
That's a V.
I like the colors in it.
Yeah.
The
It's a
colors
V
in it are
shawl, so
really
it's
nice.
the same idea where the where it gets woven back into itself again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did she call it?
It's called huck lace. It's a form of weaving. There's many different types of weaving. Look at that.
It produces this neat little pattern here, this lacy pattern.
Wow.
In the middle
How
of each square.
pretty.
Oh my goodness.
Same idea. It's a shawl, but and then the two ends are woven into themselves. Where am I going here?
That's just
There
wonderful.
we go.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
So this can be worn down the back. and the
Or the front.
the
Or the front.
parts in the front. Or you could put it in the front, I suppose. But
Wow.
so I've been tying on warp after warp on this pattern
Mm-hmm.
and doing
So
it in
you
many
just do you leave your loom threaded so you can just tie on to put your next warp through?
Yes.
Yeah. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
Than doing it each time. Mm-hmm.
So I'll wind a 15-yard warp on the warping board,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll take it into the dye kitchen and make it beautiful, and then tie it on to whatever is left from the previous project and repeat.
And how long, like in a 15-yard warp, how many of those decals would you get out of that?
I usually do a bunch of flat ones and one of these, so I get 5. I'll get one of these V ones and 4 just straight shawls.
Okay. Mm-hmm. It's 15 yards. That's a lot.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's about 45 feet. You think about it. It's a long warp.
It's a long one.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
Yeah. It's a lot of threads, but a warp under tension is a warp under control. I'll keep telling Murray that when the yarn is all crazy. Keep it under tension. It's under control.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him about his knitting later.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we will talk to Murray about his knitting later. Well, Keri, it's been great having you on here today. I'm so thrilled that you're able to make it and spend some time with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm always following along. I usually have a loom on the go, this one or my floor loom, and I just work away while listening to you. So,
well, hopefully we're entertaining.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to checking out your.
Mm-hmm. And I will be looking forward to when I come up to Cape Breton again and we can do our usual lunch together.
Yes, at the Greasy Spoon.
Yes, we have a place. There's Keri, Janet Dawson, and Sandra, and we always meet for lunch one time when I'm up there.
Oh, nice.
And often Keri's son comes with her too. So we have a very nice lunch together, and then usually Janet and I went and did nest boxes, but we always got together, and it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
That is good.
Yeah. Fish and chips.
Yeah. Fish and chips at Kay's Diner in Sydney.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Mm-hmm. So now, Keri, I have to figure out how I actually.
I have a Leave Studio. I have a Leave Studio button. Can you hit that?
That's what I think. That's it. So thank you so much, and hopefully we can do this again.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Okay. Everybody go to kerifell.com and check out your work.
Absolutely.
Now I go back to, there we go.
Perfect. That was easy.
Easier than I thought. So
now, Cindy, you can take me back to a good yarn over here.
Okay, let me see what's happening.
This is my first row of lace, so
something's wrong. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I dropped a stitch or something. I don't know.
No, just see what happened here.
Yeah, do you want the instructions?
Oh, I can see it already.
Oh.
I think. There we go. So, how many are in between that yarn over? One,
there's a yarn,
3, 4, 5.
A slip stitch and 5.
1, 2,
stitches.
3, 4, 5. Okay, so now you're going to do your yarn over and your slip knit.
Yes.
I got it figured.
Thanks.
There we go. I just had to
be
focused.
Thank you. I know.
which is hard for me sometimes. I'm all over the place some days. So
Well, and especially when we're doing this, because we're distracted a little bit.
yeah.
I've never done a slip knit before, so
Oh,
I'm
okay. So it's basically. Did you understand when I showed you the difference?
yeah, except that of course I'm clumsy. And it wants to split. Because
You're a tight knitter.
I am.
It's always hard
Oh.
to.
Yeah, if your tension's really tight.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
do that.
Okay, knit. There.
Oh, I hear Marie putting new pellets in the stove.
Then we'll get
Keeping
into
us warm.
knitting.
Yeah. Hey, Murray, do you want to bring your knitting to show everyone?
Looks good here. I believe I did
Pardon,
that.
Cindy?
I did the whole
Can you bring your
section.
knitting for us?
Add the yarn over.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure. And here we go.
Oh,
I-
Yay!
I was on my way
turn.
in.
Yeah. Oh, very good.
Yay!
Hold on, I'm getting out of the way for you.
No. That's
I'm going to show her the camera.
Oh.
So Murray has been working on his knitting.
So I think I had about 4 or
good.
5 rows before.
Carrie put her website info in the comments.
Oh, good.
So you can
Wonderful!
check it
Oh,
out. So
great!
Thank you, Carrie. Look how far he's been going, and
That's
it's not.
really good.
And he's keeping the same amount of stitches now. Okay, keep going over. There you are.
Look at
Hey,
that. Looks
Lori.
really good.
Yeah.
Really
So-
liking the colorway of the deep space because it
Yeah,
looks
it looks
dark
nice.
and sparkly.
Yeah,
Like,
it's got
there's
little
really
sparkly
nice.
stars in it.
Oh yes, really nice.
Wasn't Keri's cowl beautiful?
That
Oh
was
yeah.
Oh my god. Amy.
Are you watching back there?
Yeah, I watched on. I'm viewing
Watching
you
on the-
online.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah.
dreamy for sure.
Carrie's so talented.
Oh my golly.
So for these
Amazing.
close-up pictures, I know I want to get the other camera going. If
Yes.
anybody out there can send it, if they know if I need another device from an old Sony, it's a 2008 to 2011 Sony Handycam. I've got the HDMI mini cable into the laptop, but somehow the camera can't live stream so into the computer. So if anybody can help me out, send Cindy a message, please.
Yes, anyone with technological know-how, because we're not always out in the know. We're
How
always a little
true.
behind the times.
A lot.
Yeah.
Murray was speaking a foreign language just then. to
I know,
me.
I was just thinking, he's talking to a bunch of knitters, but that's okay.
So I'm just going to pull in off to the side here.
And you're going to
Okay.
knit a couple rows with
Yes.
us? Great. That's great.
So I'm not if people can see behind Peggy. Peggy, I'm just going to bring the camera in a little bit closer. Right behind you are 2 gentlemen who I would like to.
Who's Murray's obsessed with.
Yeah, I really enjoy
Okay.
Carlos and.
You're showing this.
Okay, I'm just Arnie and Carlos
Go up.
up. Oh my goodness!
You're still not showing them. There. Keep going. Keep
Keep
going.
going.
Keep going. Now lift your camera straight up. There you go. You're there. Murray's Heroes.
I'd like to do a knit along with them.
He wants to go to Norway and do the Norwegian fjord cruise. Carly and Carlos and Arnie. Carly and Arnie.
That's a different couple.
Yeah.
How is it for the screen now for the
We're
camera?
good.
It's
Okay.
perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
All right, I'll sit down and join you. Enough of my interruption.
Oh, what's been added to my? I forgot to bring my stuff out. Marie, I think the sofa is the little Easter eggs I've been knitting. I've been knitting Easter eggs from the Carlos and Arnie book. So I'll
Would
show.
they be the ones right in the middle of the table?
There, I got them that far. I didn't get them out here. So I thought I would just beginning of the book. And so the first one,
You're going to have to come right
Yeah.
close to the.
it is a little duck, and I have to
Here,
I have to embroider the beak on. So
okay, so
that's good.
Oh,
There's-
they're so cute.
There's the little duck.
little ducks.
And
okay.
then the second one, which I just love, is the bunny.
Oh, look at the bunny. Oh, my goodness, he is so cute.
So they haven't been washed or blocked yet, but they will be. So they're holding hands. They go
Oh,
around
how
the
cute
egg
is
holding
that?
hands.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. Little bunnies. So, and then the third one was just a pretty design, which I thought was okay.
Yeah,
Very Easter egg.
yeah.
Using up those scraps. I'm on a mission.
Mhm.
Yeah. And what's your other one here?
And then this one just had little circles on it.
Little Easter eggs.
Little Easter eggy things.
So when you block something like that,
Mhm.
how do you do that?
I wash it and block it, and I just have a little board that I pin it on. Like I get it nice and flat, and I pin it so that I have the two. So it's knit on the 4 needles. So I kind of figure out where the two sides are, and pin it up that way, so that, and pull it out and stretch it into the.
And
Because
that's
these are actually an Easter egg shape when you look at it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and those are the ones you're doing on the really small needles, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I will stuff these after they're done. I will
Very
make
good.
sure they're stuffed. So I'm pretty excited to get the little eggs done and
They are
hanging
very
on the tree. So, and I at the bottom I reach and I pull everything so I feel it's tight, and then I just stuff it. I don't weave them in. I just
Perfect.
leave the ends in there.
Okay, very
I'm not
good.
going to do that.
I was just wondering.
I have
like,
to turn
okay.
them inside out again. So whenever I do the Christmas ornaments or anything, I never weave these ends in. But
Perfect. Okay, now you've encouraged me. I will
Yeah.
try that. I kept looking at that going, I don't know if I
Yeah,
want to weave
yeah.
those ends in.
Yeah.
That just seems like such
Such a lot of work.
So,
Okay, somebody says, Marie, you might need a capture card to work between the camera and the computer to capture clean HDMI output. It'd also be a battery life issue. Pierre will be able to help you if you can get together about that.
that
That's
sounds
from
like Kelly Grant.
It is Kelly Grant.
Okay, Kelly. Well, I'll text with you, and yeah, that's very nice.
Okay. Agnes says, thanks, I'm further in the rows. I'm at row 75. That is why I was wondering how many rows. Oh, okay. No problem. So, yeah. We are making it through this. So, I'm kind of excited about the eggs. I hope to have them up next week. So, I'll have a few up. I thought I'd make about 6 or 7 of them. And see, I have another one on the needles, and it has little hearts on it.
Oh,
So, it came out of the end of my embroider,
Okay.
and I think it was just
Oh,
like
yeah.
I've got to knit that last stitch
Yeah,
again.
it's just got to knit that.
Do you see how your
Yeah. You
Peggy
want,
can help you?
so you want to put it back over
Back
here so
over
you
there.
can knit it, right?
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And are you purling?
No, he's just
Everything knit?
Yeah, just the way you put it back on, put it on.
Yeah,
with
you're just
the-
Okay.
that's all.
Yeah.
And that I can't tell you if that happens to me. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thing I could fix.
that's cool.
That's all good. So now I have to come up. I have to think of my next color. So I've been doing. I think I'm only on section 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just been doing 2 rows of every little color. So I have to come up with my next color. So I've made it really different.
She just counted out loud while people are counting. That was a man thing to do.
Oh, Greta, I'm glad you pointed that out.
Were you counting, Rita?
I was.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Very not observing what you were doing. It was all about at
So-
that period of time.
That works. That
Were you up in the 40s or something, or?
No, it was between 1 and 5.
You have to
Oh,
start
so-
over. You have to start over.
No, actually. I just thought I'd say it because it was
Yeah.
funny. I thought, oh, good, I've only got one more to go.
I messed
I'm
you
just
up.
trying to be. No, you didn't actually. I'm just trying to be funny.
You are funny.
See, Lulu, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's everybody.
We have all been
Interrupted.
interrupted.
Absolutely.
And we've all been the interrupter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because if I get to interrupt Murray when he's singing, I have to admit there is some personal satisfaction there.
How cool.
But what a learning curve for me. Now I realize, I've got to look over to her if she's actually, if her lips are moving, if there's nothing coming out, she's counting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of fun. That's for sure.
We had an interesting video sent to us from our son, who's in northern Saskatchewan, and he had to drive around 2 kilometers north.
Well, probably more than that.
North of where he lives. So he's way up north by Beauval, Saskatchewan, with a logging outfit that is working. And he had to take a 44-inch wide tire on a flat deck truck all the way up there. It was 30 some below when he had to change the.
No, it was only 15 below.
Oh, it was only 15.
But there's
at the
probably a
time.
wind chill.
It had
No.
been 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was 44 by 73, the tire.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
off of a-
interested in seeing him change this humongous tire, he has a YouTube channel called Garage 306. And you can actually see the whole, he had to get out a Tiger torch and thaw out the bolts and all the snow out of the
Cool.
tire to get it off. And then they used the skidder with the grapples to take the tire off. And then they used, the truck he drove up had its own plow in front so he could get through the roads. And,
Wow.
and so he had to use the plow to push the tire into place.
Wow.
It's not humanly possible to manhandle those tires at all,
I
right?
can't wait to see that. I'll be
So-
checking it out.
Garage 3.
I wrote it down.
So he sends us all these things, which is great when we don't see him that often to actually get to see what he's doing in his life.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Mhm.
And he's been doing some heavy duty mechanic work as well, so it's
And our
Baby
daughter is taking her level 3 first aid this week.
Oh, very
so
good.
she said, "You won't be hearing from me this week, Mom. The class is 8 hours a day, and then there's homework every night, and it's for 5
Oh my golly.
Oh, that's such a good thing to have, though.
it is.
Well, she works at remote camps, and they're asking all their people that are in different. She manages the kitchen for her place at now, and she. I think they're asking to have one person
Yeah.
in every area with the level 3 first aid. So I
Well,
guess
that's-
if anybody cuts their fingers really bad, she'll know what to do.
Yeah.
She's the one that's chopped her fingers with knives so many
gosh.
times.
Oh gosh.
They're so fast. They
Yeah.
just do that. Chop, 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 chop.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
can see how that would happen. Yeah.
I think she's.
What was the horror story we heard the other day where a barber slipped and fell on his scissors and
Yeah,
stabbed
where-
himself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
in
gosh,
Boston.
I thought that
Oh.
would be horrible as well.
Ew.
Anyways, let's get on
I
good
was gonna
topic.
say, I don't want to talk about
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that, Murray. Yeah.
So all that snow that's melting right now, it created quite a ice sheet under the driveway, and it ends up being that I walked out there the other day and there was a light skip of snow on that ice and on my knees.
Oh,
Lucky I didn't fall backwards.
Mhm.
That would have been.
You gotta be so
found a
careful.
mistake,
Oh, did
and
you?
it's way back in that
Yes.
place that we fixed.
I can remember one year where it did
and
that.
that
and
left
with the
me
snow and stuff.
stitch. There
But
were
it
only-
leveled
it
off
was
the
5
ice on our
stitches, but there
laneway.
was a
So I
stitch
put my
two
skates on
together.
and I was skating
When
around
you
in
went
front of our
back for
house.
me,
Skating
it
would
I
be
was skating.
great on
should
it.
actually
It was,
look
yeah,
like
because it was
this.
perfect, right?
Oh.
It
Yeah.
leveled
Okay,
off. It was
Oh,
such a
that's
nice
the
surface.
spot.
So it would
Well,
have
I'll
to
go
be
back
minus
for you.
5 or
I'll
so,
go back
right?
for you.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
know
Yes.
I panicked.
I don't know if you remember that winter
Lisa,
where we
I
first we
found
had
a-
snow
I found
and
a
then
mistake.
everything
Do you know
thawed
what
and we
that
got
is?
heavy rain
That's
and the
excellent.
temperature plummeted
I'm
and
good
then
to
we
see
got just
Just
snow
sneak out while I'm doing
and it
this.
stayed.
Yeah.
It stayed for weeks and weeks, and so I had an ice rink in front of the house. But we also had a car with anti-lock brakes,
Okay.
and when it thawed, the tires went down into the
Are we
ice.
off here?
So the ice
No,
was
just
I would
unlock
say 6 inches up around the base of the tires,
Oh,
and we were unable to get that car out for
Oh.
the 6 weeks of winter.
So Greta left, and Lulu took her spot right away because she does that as soon as
Well,
there's
this chair's still
a
warm.
vacant chair.
So Peggy, I remember that winter exactly. It was 2015,
Yes.
and it happened to be, I believe, near the 1st of March. No, 1st of February.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
And
near.
we stayed
Is that
in a
when we-
deep winter.
Yes.
We came back here that winter from Alberta.
Right.
We hauled our trailer back with all our stuff in it, and we got here and we had to get our driveway plowed.
Yes.
We got into the driveway
Mhm.
and it started to snow,
Yep.
and we never got our trailer unpacked till April
Oh, I believe it.
because it just got snowed
just-
in so bad,
And
we didn't.
froze heavy.
And yeah, and
we
it
could
was
live
heavy.
without what was in there.
Yeah,
So we just
But I
left
could
it.
the snowbanks were Ontario worthy. That's how big they were
Oh.
on our lane, right? Where
Oh,
they'd
yeah.
been plowed out. But yes, the part was that actually Larry's father had passed away and had left that Camry
Mhm.
to Larry. And so it wasn't a car that we regularly drove, which was a good thing because
It was
it
stuck.
was in the ice and it wasn't going anywhere. But same vehicle, and we knew how tricky it was to drive it on the ice, but we still took it. We were going on a holiday to BC.
Oh.
So we knew there was a storm coming. So we thought we'd go bit. We got the hotel and we put the car in the hotel parking lot for the,
Duration.
for the duration of our trip.
Right.
And then it snowed. And without a word of a lie, the snow covered the windows at the hotel. That was how big the snowbanks were. We were there for 3 days. And when we finally were, the highway was plowed. The highways weren't clear.
Uh-huh.
It took a backhoe, a snow plow, and once we found our car, to get our car out. And of course, we had the unreliable Camry. And I said to my husband, if you get it moving, do not stop. Just keep going. I will have everything ready. I will throw it in the car while you're moving and we'll head home. But it was quite the event
Right.
because, of course,
So how long did it take you to shovel out and?
Wow.
Wow.
It took us about 6 hours to find the car,
Oh my.
get the guys to come and plow to the road,
Yeah.
and then, so with the backhoe to the road, with the plow to the close enough to the car, and then our shovels. But you book the hotel room
Yeah.
for one night,
Yeah.
so they were booked solid for the next night. But we knew that those people wouldn't be able to make it because of the snowstorm.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that the year they ran out of shovels everywhere?
Everywhere,
In Nova Scotia? You
everywhere.
could not buy a shovel to
No.
save your life.
and of course hotel, we find with our name on the list, get a room for those next 2 nights. We're feeding people from 2 hotels. And so basically what they did was, tonight we're having macaroni.
Right.
And they fed you macaroni and off you went. And they had people on a schedule because there was nowhere else to eat and you couldn't order in.
No, they couldn't deliver or anything.
It was a wonderful adventure. My favorite part was when my husband ordered a carafe of white wine because they wouldn't sell him the bottle. And so he wore his jacket so that he could put the carafe inside his jacket and bring it back up to our room.
Well, I was paid for.
I like that.
Well, because there was no room service, right? Like there was just not enough staff. And bless that staff. They were stuck there for 3 days looking
Wow.
after everything.
Mm.
And they were exceptional.
Wow.
They really were. But what an adventure. When we woke up in the morning, it was so dark downstairs. It was the snow had
Covering the
covered the
window.
windows.
Oh
Wow.
my!
It was amazing. It was amazing. But people are resourceful and
Mhm.
Resourceful and resilient.
exactly,
yes.
exactly. That was a white knuckle drive home, I can tell you. Because even after 3 days, it was still the edge of the storm, and the roads were so icy. Oh my
Sorry.
goodness! So that spring we
Sorry.
sold the Camry.
Yeah.
Enthusiastically.
Well, they're good cars.
They are very good cars, and Nelson is very happy with that car. I'm sure. We, on the other hand, are happy with our truck.
Well, since that snowstorm in 2015, we have learned to pull the vehicles right up to the front of the driveway
Yes.
here.
If we think it's going to
Yeah,
snow.
because we've got a long driveway at the back and
Yes, that's right.
whatnot.
And we had to shovel that out to get our vehicle out. And we only do that once during a heavy snowfall, and you never do that again.
Yes. Yeah. Strategic planning at that
Yeah.
point. That's when we actually, at the top of our laneway, cut the trees and cleared a pad
That you could
so
park
that we
up
can
there.
park up there and get out in a snowstorm.
It looks like you're behind it.
Yeah, so what we do now is just, if we hear that it's going to be snow, we park one of the vehicles at the front of the driveway.
That's what we do. We park the
Yeah.
truck at the road.
We've had it so nice this year, though.
Yes,
Overall.
we have. Knock on wood.
Yes.
March is always the business. But we made it through February
Did you
without
find
having
a
some
spot where
seriously
there was an
nasty
extra?
weather.
No, I wasn't counting.
Yeah.
I was
You were
just
just
going
going.
backwards. Yeah.
Okay. But I'm going to go back in to just make sure.
Yeah.
I can't believe how pleasurable it is to knit this one.
That's
That's
fire. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be so scary and intimidating, and I'm actually really enjoying
Mm-hmm. The fire pattern is nice.
it. Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, ladies, I have been knitting now for, about 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And not once have I had to hang the pirate.
You don't have to say your verse
I don't
anymore.
have to stab them, choke them, hang them, and walk them off the plane.
Did he pick that color on purpose that it matches his eyes?
No, he dyed it himself.
Okay.
So,
I'm just realizing that he's got a little blue T-shirt on and
yeah,
really bright blue eyes and the bright
Yeah.
blue. And it's like, oh, he's a mess at.
he is. He's totally matchy.
Well, did you know that Arnie and Carlos are very contrasty? If Arnie wears blue, Carlos wears red or white. They never wear the same sweater color.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Very idolized.
Oh, honey, I'm going to knit
Murray,
myself a
you
green
have
sweater
a-
while I'm going to knit purple
Yeah,
in the same pattern.
You have a lot of Arnie and Carlos trivia under your belt.
Trivia. Yeah. I don't want to waste that knowledge. I'd like to meet them someday.
Absolutely.
Okay, I have to pick up another color.
So how do you pick up the color you were
Well, I
saying?
have to pick up one.
Oh,
I have to decide. I'm done. I've been just doing 2 rows of different color all the way here.
no, I have a silly question perhaps. When you're knitting with a worsted weight, or then can you go to a fingering weight?
Not ideally, because
No.
you want.
So your
That
yarn,
would really change the look of
It
what
would
you
really,
did.
yeah. Well,
but wouldn't it enhance some sort of or pattern
No.
or
No.
no?
it would make it really awkward because one would be smaller and one would be bigger, depending on the size of the yarn. So your piece would be like this, and then it would come in if you went to a smaller yarn,
Yeah.
and then if you went to the bigger yarn. So if you wanted that look, it would be fine. But anybody out there, have you seen many patterns call sections in different weight yarns? I have not. So,
Imagine it's different needles that you would use too.
well,
No?
not necessarily.
Once you start on the set.
Because that wouldn't compensate, I don't think. If you
No, it
switch to
wouldn't
needles, it
compensate.
wouldn't compensate for the
Yeah.
Okay.
the
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that you get enough yarn to
Yes,
complete your project.
complete your project. That's right.
And when you're doing something like Cindy's doing, you make sure you have all that weight of yarn because you've got your worsted weight in a different
Yeah,
bin.
so
Right.
I'm doing this all in fingering weight. So it I see, I grab and go. So, and you can tell this was something that I was using up because look at this is like how much I have left.
Yeah, and this is a really neat color. This one
Rita,
right
how's
here.
your tea?
Like this one
Yeah.
with the green and the
Gone,
blue.
Larry.
Gone?
Gone.
Okay, as soon as I finish this row, I'll refill.
May I use
Excellent.
your scissors, Green?
Okay.
Certainly.
Peggy too?
Yes, please.
Okay.
What time is it? Before I say
It's
that.
11.
No,
So
then
we're
I'm good. We
We're
can
good.
go.
Sure.
Yes, I'm good for more.
We got another 15 minutes here.
Well,
So Lorna, I see your question is the colorway contest. The colorway contest sort of depends on what's going on in our lives. We try and do it weekly, but we're finding that we've been really, really busy lately, so I didn't do one this weekend. So probably you can count on bi-weekly. But
that's 2 times a week.
No, it could
no,
be
every,
every
every 2 weeks.
Oh,
it's
every 2 weeks.
language,
Okay.
you know, it
Okay.
changes. But it's every 2 weeks, yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So explain to us again how we get involved so that we can like win some yarn.
So what happens is you go to the website or the Facebook page and you message me with 4 numbers between 1 and 86. And then if I pull your name, I will find the corresponders and dye you a colorway.
Very good.
And you get a colorway, 1 skein of yarn free, and you have the option of purchasing the other 2.
So cool.
It is cool.
I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
Mhm.
That's so fun.
And-
Nice idea.
And Cindy, Cindy does the colorway in different procedures of applying the
Like I
the dyes so
Yeah.
that it's not always the same type of outcome.
Aha.
It's
I
real-
use different methods
Mm-hmm.
Now
to do
is
different outcomes.
is there a color chart for someone who might want to see the color
in
so that you know what
so
you're picking?
yes, on the Facebook page you find there's a picture with my wall of dyes,
Mhm.
and then it has like numbers 1 to 17 are yellows, number 18 are reds.
Mm-hmm.
And greens, and it sort of outlines what. And is it always on a Sunday? We were doing it on a different day. When were we doing it?
well,
Wednesdays.
it was
first?
haphazard.
It's pretty haphazard. Sometimes Sunday, sometimes during the week. It's what fits best into my schedule. We're going to be working on getting things a little more structured, just because it will help me plan better with my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I want to do it on weekends, just because I like to take a day off on the weekend. I normally end up working 7 days a week, and I'm trying to get a little better at looking after myself by not working every single day. So I'm gonna try and probably stick with the week.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you.
Even if you planned it a week in advance, perhaps, and told people
Yeah.
on the website what day it was going to come up.
They usually know because I post the stream that it's
Oh, yes.
colorway tomorrow, but
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I usually just do it the day before
Oh, yeah.
to be, because that way, if I use StreamYard and you stream it, anyone can click on it and join the countdown. So they'll get messages that say colorway contest starts in 5 hours. Colorway contest starts in an hour.
Yes.
And then you get those messages so that when the time comes, just
Mm-hmm.
click on and watch.
Fun.
Man, the sun is shining.
It's so
That's
nice.
so
It feels
wonderful.
really nice
Day.
out today.
The
Doesn't it?
light is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody that's listening to us right now, and if you have a heat pump, please clean the heat pump head, because yesterday I got the ladder up at our heat
You
pump
feel how much nicer it is up here?
and
Yes.
the filters were plugged with airborne crap.
Well, and I get a lot of yarn fibers
Yeah,
in
yarn
there
fibers. Yeah.
here. And I have to clean ours more than
Yes.
like
No,
on-
but it's true. It makes a huge difference because we
Oh,
did
yeah.
the same thing. I have a heat pump in my studio, and
yeah, it's actually warm in here today.
it's nice.
Yeah, perfect. Made a big difference.
Well, how often do you do that?
Well, I will tell you what we're always like. When did we last clean the heat pump? Do you remember when we last cleaned the heat pump? So my little heat pump thing is on the wall right behind Rita,
The remote control.
the
to
remote
set
control, and I put a sticky tab behind it with the date.
Very good.
So
Very
now I will know in about 4 months I need to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we're like, and Marie's like, well, I think I did it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I put it on the calendar. It's
Yeah.
a date on the calendar.
Yeah, I think that's what it needs to be,
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
it's kind of with the medicine for the dogs. That's every 3 months. That's on the calendar.
Yeah.
And a week before there's a note that says go out and buy what you need.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do the heat pump, and I also do the the filter lamps for the.
Yeah.
We have a
Yeah.
filtration system.
Yeah.
I have.
UV. Is that or
Yeah, we do. We have a
Or
UV, and you have
sediment?
you have to change the filter, right?
Greta, may I have your teacup, please?
Certainly. They are very, thank you
Okay.
very
Away he goes. Always happy.
much.
So we
away you
actually-
go.
Have you seen Marie Grouchy, Greta?
No.
No, neither have I. All the years, never seen him
He's
grouchy.
not grouchy, is
Nope.
he? No.
Nope. Pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Does not get grouchy. I've hardly ever seen him mad.
Wow.
He just takes everything in a stride.
Nice.
It is.
That was really nice. I'm working on that.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Breath and meditation. Breath and meditation.
Me
If I
too.
remember to do it before I get really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take those 3 or 4 deep breaths.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
When I worked for mental health and addiction services, we had to do a lot of stuff like trying to teach different things with the clients that I worked with.
Yes.
And it was the big thing that really stuck in my head was respond, don't react.
Yes. Yes.
You know, so it was just taking that time to think and did I hit something with you, Greta? Did you make a mistake?
I still left that extra stitch.
Do you?
So
But what about have you knit 2 together at the end to get rid of that stitch? Remember,
Yes, 'cause you have to do that.
two
it
together.
says, but I'm supposed to get down to 4 stitches.
Yes.
I've got
Okay.
5.
Okay, I will look at it again after.
Okay.
We're
Look
just
at me.
about done. Yeah, I know. Look at you just pouting. She's going to respond, not react.
Can I look at it?
Yeah.
Yes, you can look.
You know, it's
I just
interesting
don't know
because
what I've done.
when I think about Obama in comparison to the
The other guy?
the other guy,
Yeah.
Obama, when people would ask him really off the wall questions, would always pause
Yes.
and then would say something really intelligent.
Mhm.
And I was like, it's such a funny speak pattern, but it's not a speak pattern at all. It's a how do I answer this question
Yeah.
without just saying right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
It said, could Peggy hold up her shawl again, please? So, and the other thing I learned
I'll
was
take that.
it was okay to say, I need to think about that for a moment.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
and as a teacher, I learned that very quickly in my
Mhm.
career that this is before they all had cell phones and could Google everything.
Yeah.
But I would say, I don't know. I will find out and I'll tell you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And there was never anything wrong with that.
That's right.
Ooh, so
Does that
cool.
look-
You can see the top part and the second one there.
Yeah.
Is that the part you want to see, Lorna?
Because I can just
Find out.
slowly scan up.
Oh, she's slowly going to raise it up for you.
I think I'm showing them. Here we
Oh,
go.
she's going to get the right side now.
Okay, let's try that again.
It's
So there we go.
beautiful.
And
There we go.
Ooh.
Lorna says thanks.
you're very welcome. But I also was very amused after yesterday's bilateral meeting between Biden and Mr. Trudeau that the CBC News reporter then said, and they're not expecting a tweet that will retract all of the agreements that they've made today. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's something else that people do without taking the time to reflect
Is
before they respond.
Yeah.
Is to tweet impulsively.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm an impulsive creative doer.
Oh,
But
yes.
I'm not impulsive about other things. I think about others, but if I'm into something creative, I just
it's just the first
plow
one.
right in.
I just want to see how many stitches I should.
That is spontaneous creativity.
Yeah.
That is a spark. That's a different thing altogether. I think than
Yeah.
saying the first thing that comes into your
Oh yeah.
head, not thinking of the consequences.
Yeah.
I probably had an extra stitch from the row before.
So
I
one
did
thing
count,
I do,
but-
did I count at the end of
I
each
did.
count? Okay.
I
And
did, but I
so you might have forgot to knit two together at an end. That's a
probably at the
possibility.
very end of the last.
So we can check that.
Yeah, please.
I can actually
You'll
look
figure
and
it
see
out
that.
after. I'm
Yeah.
sure you'll see it. It's just being a beginning knitter. I make mistakes that I should catch myself. Thank you very much,
So you
my
just got her.
lovely. Oh,
You want
how
to heat it up?
wonderful.
A new one? Fresh one?
Yeah, maybe a peppermint.
A peppermint?
Yeah.
Okay. And Peggy brought some cranberry.
I know. Peggy brought us cranberry and orange though. That we're gonna have in a minute. So we are actually, what time are we at? 11:28. We're just about at the end of our day.
Do any other beginning knitters find that when you're doing something, you make a silly mistake that you can't catch yourself on? You think you're going great guns, and you take it for granted, and then you've made a.
So I just have one comment to make about that.
Yeah.
You do not have to be a beginning knitter.
Oh.
You can be at any stage of your knitting and make a silly mistake and you go, oh my goodness, what did I do?
She's counting for me.
Being quiet.
Yeah, so, and Becky looks like she has a thought.
Wow. So that green looks good in there.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I love that combination of color there.
I am just playing with my scraps.
That is
all little bits and
very
pieces.
Pretty.
Lots of ends to weave in later.
That's very, very
Lots
pretty.
and lots of ends. So sometimes I'll just do, like, I'll just weave in a section so I don't have to do it all night at once. Because, okay, we are Misty service online. Like I said, that would be great. Well, hopefully when things change, we can do an outdoor knit along here one day. And that would be
That
fun.
would be nice.
That
Yeah.
would be.
Or down in the guild hall or something. It'd
Mhm.
be fun.
You can have a carafe of tea or coffee.
Yeah. We'll send Murray running up and down the hill with the coffee things.
I was just thinking he could serve from a carafe. Come on, Sue.
He could, but he'd have to refill that craft. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, well, that's so true. That's so true. And
Yeah.
he doesn't need a little bit of exercise.
No.
Are you seeing anything?
Did you do a setup row?
I did. I did 2 setup rows and then because I didn't like.
Can I just look at something? So what have you
Everything is like her count is right for everything, but I think you're right. She just did not do one of the.
So she 2.
Yeah, it's not in the row she's working on now. It's somewhere before.
Yeah.
Because your count is perfect in the row you're doing.
So we'll probably have to take it back to the pink row and start over.
Go
Because
ahead.
we can't
Go
find-
right ahead.
Oh,
That's fine.
me?
No, I mean I can pull it out. I
Yeah.
can do that. That's
Now that you know how to do
that.
that.
No, I can't.
Sometimes
No,
that's
I
the
really
easiest
can't.
way
Yeah,
to
Yeah,
do
I had
it.
to do that with one because I realized that
But
I got
I
talking
don't
to
have
someone.
pull it up.
I'll do it.
Oh yeah, all right. Okay.
At
Oh,
our
yeah.
11:30, so.
Hi, Lulu. You come to see what's going on? Yeah, I'll knit one more row.
So I want to say thank you to everyone for joining in. If you have any questions throughout the week, please just send me a message and I'll help you out the best I can. So, and we'll see you again next week.
See you.
Wow, today just
See
flew
you.
by.
It
Wow.
did. It did.
I've got a name, the neurotic knitter.
Did that just come to you?
Yes.
So, hello from Cindy, goodbye from Cindy, and goodbye from Greta,
Neurotic knitter.
and
Murray.
And
Murray, the knitter.
The new knitter.
I guess we're gonna have to come up with names, Peggy.
Okay, we can do that. We
Okay.
can do that.
So take care, everyone, and have a great week.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See, I thought that too, but I looked down the side and my knit 2 togethers are here.